Good afternoon. My name is Scott Rutherford, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead.
观众朋友们，大家好，欢迎收看今天的直击美股，我是主持人张叔，在纽约向您问好。周三美股涨跌互现，我们看到今天市场非常的令人振奋，依然是在试图去拓展昨天创下的一个历史高位。今天市场主要关注的有两个重要的方面，其中之一是美联储公布了最新美国经济状况的一个褐皮书，显示美国当前大部分地区经济是在温和增长的过程当中，并且制造业相较于去年是有明显的改善，但是美国6月份的消费者支出却是有一个显著的下滑。另外一方面，原油成为了今天令市场担忧的一个因素，因为美国的原油期货交易在2个月以来的一个新低位，仅有44.75美元每桶。而归结原因，由于上一周公布的一个最新的美国原油储备是显示了美国的原油下降了254万桶，比预期的要少，并且汽油的一个储备是意外上涨了120万桶。其实，在我和一些分析师沟通的过程中，会发现大家对于原油市场的担心逐渐的转移到对汽油储量的一个担忧当中，因为在历史上，美国每年4月份到8月份汽油的一个储备都应该是属于一个下滑的阶段，但是可能是由于前段时间石油超供的这样一个传导作用，因此导致今年为止汽油的储量也还没有明显的下滑。好的，更多的消息让我们来看一下今天交易员的独家分析。Hi Scott, your stock traded in a very narrow range as investors try to reach further into the record highs. So basically, I think the market is taking a breather here. So do you think today's move is constructive overall?
Overall, I think yes. I think even a little bit more downside would have been more constructive because traders want a breather. We just had a fast, furious rally that took the oscillators to plus 80. So anytime you go to plus 80 and you have a 5-day up move, it makes traders a little uncomfortable as far as chasing and buying. If you look here at the chart of the S&P cash, you will see we had a really nice move above the 2-year range. Okay, there's your 2-day range. Boom, to the upside, nice and clean. Okay, we did come from here, but that was the post-Brexit lows. I think really you have to calculate it from right there. That's when the market said, hey, I'm strong. This post-Brexit move was real, because look at this move up, and then we wound up holding higher. We reclaimed the moving averages, and now here we are. We're a little extended from the 8-day, and we did work off a little bit of the crazy overbought state. So we'll see with a little bit more sideways action what happens next. I'd like to see a little bit of a dip here, but we shall see. Like we did see a little bit of a dip in like the bios. You see how you had this little 4-day range that had their its little ascending channel broken to the downside. That's what traders don't want to get caught in. Okay. Also, you had one down day in the Russell. So before we get into tech, you'll see there's your one down day. Here was your spot to buy the Russell and the small caps. Now you have one down day. So traders don't want to get caught chasing. They'd rather buy if we can come back and retest that. So we're looking for a short-term move lower. So this way we can go longer-term higher.
As you just mentioned, we saw some weakness, and today tech sector had a down day. And yesterday, Amazon was sold on the news, and Netflix was hit because of downgrade news. And also, speaking of Twitter, I was wondering that because it's the first time you don't hold it anymore. So how do you think about these stocks?
I tried being a little cute. Yesterday I was in 6 positions. I've been in 6 positions almost for a week, and I said, you know what? Oscillators plus 80. I'm going to get out of my positions just in case we have a few down days and I can buy them cheaper. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, if you get out, it's hard to get back in. Yesterday, we talked about are they going to sell the news in Amazon, and will that give us some clues that the technology needs to take a breather. So if you look here at Amazon, okay, Amazon, I wouldn't say it's the end of the world. Okay, we talked about the trade above the high right here. Okay, we're still above that, but from 680 to 755, sometimes they sell the event. So now we'll see if we could hold somewhere around this 731 to 735. I think I'd rather be a buyer here than a seller. Hopefully you made some money shorting here, or maybe you sold some strength. As far as Netflix is concerned, I think it's interesting because this has a very tight pattern. Like you mentioned, Annabelle, it's gotten downgraded 3 times, okay, and it hasn't gone lower. So if it doesn't go lower on downgrades, maybe there's a trade here as shorts are trapped. Look at this support. So if you wanted to be long versus this, I think it's cool. If you think that there's a trade here and it starts getting through this tomorrow, I'd be a buyer above 97, and then maybe it takes back the 200-day.
U.S. crude traded at 2-month low below 45. So is it a concern to you? And also speaking of gold, gold recovers today because of the monetary stimulus is expected. So how do you think about these two commodities?
Well, I would have thought the S&P cash would have got hit harder because crude had a bad day, and crude tried to play catch up yesterday, and I talked about maybe getting in crude because it could be an opportunity. It didn't really go yet. But if you look at the USO right now, we need to monitor this. What do we have to monitor? We have to monitor that this ascending channel off the lows got broken. We're now below the moving averages. I think if crude or oil, if just say oil breaks below 45 and the USO breaks below this, I think that'll help the market pull in a little bit. Okay, so we'll see what happens next. The XLE, though, held in a little bit better than crude. Talked about whether or not it could hold higher and hold above this little descending channel here, and it did. So we'll see if it could continue to build above this, and then if crude bounces, then all of a sudden, boom, you see some more upside. And as far as gold's concerned, they did trap some shorts because it did close on the lows here. But again, 8 and 21-day moving average. Is gold above the 8 and 21-day moving average? Yes. Okay, so it needs time to rebuild because it just had a huge move, to start 2016. So we're just in a basic consolidation phase.
Okay, this is what we have for today.
Yes, and there's a lot to go over, and earnings season is going to start. So make sure to tune in, as much as you can because there's going to be a lot of action. And hopefully, we'll keep you profitable and safe.
好的，感谢您的收看，我们明天再见。